guys, I'm Layla. Welcome to Raidlore Stories. So today we're going to be checking out Raid Shadow Legends. We have the new Asgard Divide. They have this whole new lore for the Asgard Divide coming. So what we're going to do is, since this is a bunch of wording here, I thought it'd be fun to toss this up on the channel. I'm going to read this. I haven't even checked it out yet. I'm curious what it's going to look like. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will bring you the lore for each of these new champs as they come to the game as well. Behold the chronicles of Asgard and learn the tale of their glory and their woes. These texts tell of the pride that drives Loki the deceiver, of the guile that let him earn Father's trust, and of the doom his grand ambition spells for the entire realm. Asgard has sat atop one of the Red Spike Mountain's greatest peaks since before the Great Divorce. Once the mightiest of many Fae keep houses in the continent-topping range, it is a shadow of its former self, and only one left standing after the rampages of Aslan the Stalwart's armies and the closing days of the War of Karok. In its heyday, thousands of Fae and Frostheimers dwelled here, admiring the great Odin who ruled with calm wisdom. Now no human has come for centuries, and the Fae barely remember hundreds and thousands. Whole hells are overgrown with frost ivy, mighty pillars axe-cracked and crumbling, and wondrous forsos depicting great hunts and feasts peel and fade. The Red Spike Fae live in deliberate isolation now, for the Lumaean Church has long declared the reverence to the people of Frostheim once showed them as blasphemy. If they are known at all in the realms of mortals, it is sprites, phantasmal forces, or the subjects of allegorical tales. Three of the greatest of the Red Spike's Fae still dwell in Asgard: Odin Faefather, Freya Fateweaver, and Thor Faehammer. They have had much in the more recent centuries of their long lives to lament, and now a course of events is in motion that has stirred them to greater anger and sadness yet. A great friend to Asgard was Loki, a wandering Fae who dwelled there for many years. Devious he was aloof, and as arrogant as he was intelligent. Though a prankster, his humor appeared to have no malice, and he was welcome in Asgard's quiet index chambers. He listened attentively to Odin's lessons, always asking questions. He spent countless hours speaking of the future, weapons training, and contemplating the beauty of the world of Freyja. He formed his strongest bonds with Thor, who thrilled to hear Loki's amazing tales of the world beyond Asgard. The two explored the Red Spike Mountains and visions for weeks at a time, climbing the highest peaks, hunting the most magnificent horts and snowcats. Bound together by their adventures, the two vowed to forever be brothers in spirit. Thor hadn't shown it, but he had been deeply saddened when Loki disappeared Asgard without a word. Many years after Loki's sudden flight, Freya reported nightmarish visions to Odin and Thor. In them, she said, she saw Loki leading a warband of dwarf painsmiths, as well as Frostheimers and Deadlander warriors, deep into the molten depths of the Mountains of Despair. They were approaching Exile's End, an ancient fortress built by dwarves who had fought with Siroth during the Great Divorce. Its only inhabitant was the insane demon Fyro, known by some as the Fire Knight. Freyja sensed that Loki wanted to free the murderous monster, who had been trapped in the old bastion for centuries. Further flashes of an ice-blue two-pronged diadem and a blizzard-swept landscape, a glacier cracked, open with a snake-bodied staff, and a great deluge were more than had omens bound to Loki. They pointed to him thawing the waters of life, something that would surely have calamitous consequences, too terrifying even to contemplate. Should this be left to transpire, it could bring about death and destruction on a scale not seen in Teleria since the Galan War and be the ruin of Asgard. Odin's expression remained austere as Freyja spoke. When she finished, Odin slowly rose from his throne, and his servants immediately set to work, dispatching messenger ravens to Oxparent and Clanfather of Frostheim, and to the Fae court of the Mistwood. With a single stern look from Odin's remaining eye, Thor knew it fell to him to apprehend Loki and bring him back to Asgard. Ever dutiful, the Fae of Hammer and Thunder nodded in acquiescence. But he was torn. What if Loki was even worse than Freya's vision suggested? He might have to hurt his dearest friend, perhaps more. Thor set off without fanfare, resting his hammer Mjolnir on a thick shoulder. Sleet lashed down, and the morning sun was obscured by angry clouds. He had no idea what lay ahead of him. All he knew was that Loki was, if nothing else, a being full of surprises. If the trickster didn't want to be found or caught, he could torment and confuse pursuers in the point of insanity. Thor hoped it wouldn't come to that. He hoped the strength of their friendship would settle everything. There was a long, deep rumble of thunder as the Fae took the pass that took him out of sight from Asgard. If Thor had to unleash his wrath, he was sure he would regret it no less than Loki. Guys, I really like this. I think this is a really nice setup to what we're going to be having in the game. Is that, you know, at the time of this, we have Loki coming in as going to be like our free 7-day login champ. We have the rest of the champs coming in. We also have Odin being the boss in like the new dungeon as well too. So I think this is a pretty nice setup to what we're going to see coming. Drop me a comment down below, you know, what do you think of this kind of like a beginning lore that we have for this Asgard Divide? How Raid found a way to fit these Asgardians into Tolarian lore. I'd love to know what you guys think. Drop me a comment down below, and thanks for watching.